Go and actually do some algebra today. Pretty simple, it's just equivalent expressions, so pretty early on in algebra. Um, Algebra is good to understand. Not that you'll use it every day in every single scenario of your life, but I do feel like it is very helpful in just teaching you how to think and look at things from an orderly perspective and just understanding rules and how to adhere to those rules. Now, just disclaimer, I'm 45. I've not taken algebra in a college setting probably since 2003. I have used various formulas, but being in the business world, I typically learn them and then just set them up in a spreadsheet, forget about them, and just know what to plug in. So, from a memorization standpoint, um, can't say I've done that in a while. So we're going to do these 7 problems. The main thing I want to show you, though, is the power of artificial intelligence on at least one of these problems. I'll go and ask ChatGPT just to break one of these down. Barney style, probably be one with fractions, because that seems to be the one that tripped me up when I was younger and still is the one that sort of gets me today. So I'm going to get 1 or 2 of these wrong. Hopefully I can get the bulk of them right. But yeah, let's go after it. So if math's not your thing, then follow along too. All right. So which expressions are equivalent to plus z plus 6? Now, if I'm correct, from back in the day, like terms or PEMDAS, there's really no multiplication. Um, z plus 6 I can keep in the parentheses. Um, but let's just see how I want to work this out. So I need to choose all the expressions that apply. So we have a z. Z would go into z, but it's on the other side of the plus sign, so I don't think I'm going to multiply that in. So, but I definitely have some version of 2z, and then um, z plus 6. Now, z plus 6, we don't have two sixes. Um, z plus z would be a 2z plus z plus 6. I'm not sure if I like that one either. Based on what I know, I have 2z's and I have a 6. 2 would definitely be the way to do this if I wanted to add this up. Um, so 2 could go into. Basically, what I would have is just in parentheses z plus 3, z plus 3 twice. And then that would basically give me my 2z's. Okay. Um, so we're going to go with this one. Okay, so that one's right. Kind of lucky guess. All right. Which expressions are equivalent to 4f plus 2g? All right, so this one we have the 2. The 2 clearly goes into the 4. So that would be 8f plus 4g. 8f plus 4g. Now, I need to choose 3, so there's a couple different ways to write this one out. All right, 4 could go into 2f, so that'd be 8f, and then 4, so that would certainly accomplish it too. I could add the two 8f's, that would give me 8f plus 4g. I kind of like that one. Now, I don't think f, no, because I have nothing here where f and g are combined, so f's not going to go into 2. That would be, that one's not going to happen. 8f plus 2g, no, because I have a 4f. So these are the right ones. Pretty confident. All right. Okay. Which expressions are equivalent to 3 4h plus 2k? Check all answers. Oh, so we know 3 goes into 4. That would be 12, and we'll keep the h there. And then, so I'm looking for one of these. That'll give me 12. I like B. And then I got something. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to look at this a little bit more before I pick it. 3 goes into 2, so it would be 6. I don't see anything with a 6 here. Now, let's take a quick look here. If I had 12 and 6, well, 4 Could go in the 12 three times. Um, but that's also a 12. That would be a 12K, a 6K. It's clearly not that one. It at best is A. So 6K, because I do have a 6K and a 12H that are equivalent. 6K, 12H. Yeah, A is the only one I think that has an equivalent. Okay, all right, got that one. Had to really pay attention on that one. Okay. Which expressions are equivalent to 4B? Ooh. Okay. Um, C, that would definitely be 4. 2 goes in the 2, and then you would keep the B. 3B plus, that's basically a 1B. That could be a 4B. Okay, I can go with that one. Um, let's see here. We have a 2. No, that one definitely has too many. And there's nothing here that's negative that will cross anything out. Yeah, I like both of those. Hoping to see a fraction in here soon. All right. Which expressions are equivalent to 5G plus 3H plus 4 times 2? All right. Let's have some fun with this one. So essentially, you're looking at times 2. Well, it doesn't look like the 2's next. I don't think we're distributing the 2 into each of those, because then that would be 10G plus 6H plus 4. But I do see an opportunity here where 4 doesn't have any letters assigned. 4 times 2 would definitely be 8. And then that would leave 5G plus 3H. Possibility. And then 10, 6, 8. If I did take the 2 into everything, that's the only one I could think of that would be an equivalent. Or it would have to be none of the above. It's the only one I can think of, is because the 4 can go into the 2. It's a little different because if the 2 was in the front of the parentheses, I would just distribute that 2 in. I'm going to go with this one. No. Okay, there's always one that likes to throw itself at me. I've not seen none of the above. If it's this one, I'm very interested. 10, 6, 8. Now 2 goes into 5, 3, 2. Yeah, there's no way it would be any of those. The only thing I can think of is you double this up and you went 5, 9, 16. If you just multiplied those twice by each other, it might be none of the above for this one. Okay, well, that one's definitely a little tricky. Okay, that is interesting. I might use AI for that one. So let me come back and I'm just going to stage that question there. All right. I'm going to see if the next one's got a fraction. No. Okay, so I'll probably use that one. Okay. All right. Which expressions are equivalent to 3x plus 3x plus y? Okay, well, I know the 3x is definitely going into 3x and 3y. So that would leave me with 3x plus 3x. That's clearly a 6x plus 3y. I can go with that. This would give me a 3x plus 3x. That would be 6x plus 3. That one could do it too. This one's not going to do it because I'm not multiplying xy. I think both of those would do it. Okay. And then this might be the last question. Then we'll go back and hit that one on AI. So which expressions are equivalent to 2r plus t plus r. Okay. Um, 2r plus t plus r. Well, I have a r. I'm adding it in though. I'm not multiplying 2r into it. So there's no way it's going to be 2rt. Um, r plus t. I don't think that one's going to get me there either. So I'm going to go with none of the above. But honestly, seeing two in a row on this one, or within these questions, is kind of weird. But I'm not multiplying 2r. The only thing I could see here is that could be a 3r, but there's nothing with a 3r. And okay, so that was it. Okay, cool. So, all right, so here's what I'm going to do. I want to go over here and look at this one real fast. So which expressions are equivalent to to 5g plus 3h plus 4 times 2. Okay. And then why am I not actually literally just tell it to explain this problem to me like I'm a baby. All right. So which expressions are equivalent to 5/8? Please show your work. So I think we did go back and get that one right, but I definitely want to get some logic around it because the 2 did not distribute into that. So let's just see what AI comes up with this one. So this means you have a gift box with stuff inside. 5g plus 3h plus 4. Then someone says, double everything. Okay, fascinating. So step by step, open the box and double everything. We use the distributive property, that's a fancy word to say, give the 2 to each thing. So we're just doubling it. Okay. So we're not really distributing it, but we are, even I guess we are, okay. So 2 times 5. So again, it's just set up a little weird. So I'm so used to seeing the 2 in front of it. And those are things that, again, haven't seen this math in a while. So now that I know it's that is pretty much what we're going with. So which expressions are equal to this? Okay, so that actually would be 1, but that wasn't an option. This one, I don't remember being listed there. But this would have been 10. I don't remember any of these 3 being there, but they're all written the same. Okay. All right. So, but basically it's 10G, 6H, and 8. I wonder if we can go back and just look at that one. But if not, it's not a big deal. But I just want you to see AI, if you're getting stuck on stuff, or if you're a parent and you have a kid doing algebra and you're just trying to turn back the clock like I am, utilize ChatGPT a little bit. Don't go out there for the answer right away. Like, struggle a little bit. But if you're really like on the cusp and you're just like, wow, I just can't remember doing this, or this. Here's another one I did earlier. Explain how to get 1/2 k from it was I guess the question I had was k over 2, and this one it said you have a toy called K. It really explains it very well. Now someone says let's cut it in half. Gotcha. So K over 2, which that part was the easy part. The answer was like 1/2 over K. So it says now let's look at 1/2 over K. That just means half a K. You're still cutting K in half. So K over 2 and 1/2 over K are the same thing. It's like saying half of an apple or an apple cut in half. So it's just a different way of saying that. So we have apple divided by 2 equals half apple. So, and then 1 over 2 equals half apple. So it's the same outcome. Equals that. Same idea. So they just look different. Okay, so I think this does just a fascinating job of explaining math. Again, I wouldn't go out here and use it to try to figure out all of the problems that you have going on, but I certainly would consider using a chat GPT or AI to help as a reference point. if you have a student. And again, you can't really use these ChatGPT or standardized tests, so it's not going to help you on an SAT. But if you're just trying to learn it, I think it does a pretty good job explaining it, and in some cases better than some teachers or professors if you're struggling. So it's another perspective. I still see value in having teachers. They certainly teach you stuff, but sometimes you just need to get a different perspective. So, all right, hopefully this was helpful and just interesting in how you can use AI or artificial intelligence for math. It's fascinating where this stuff's going.